Welcome into Mornings on Main Street. This is your Thursday edition, the Thursday before Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. And I wish I could do that all the way back to like January.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say just a bunch of Eves, but I guess that the crowd gets it.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
Which one is middle Christmas? There's a middle Christmas, isn't there?
I don't know. Christmas in July.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yes, Christmas in July. Man, there's no water in this office, and I am parched.
No, I thought you. Did the pipes burst?
Yeah, I'm just super casual. There's water at my feet right now. No, I'm just kidding. The filter that we usually use is out of water. Maybe I actually don't know how that works. I don't know how they generate water inside that thing. But when you press the button, yeah. Well, okay. So other sidebar, real quick. Good morning, everyone. By the way, do you have a water in your fridge door?
Yes.
So do you know when it says if this light's on, it means you need to clean it or whatever to filter?
No, my refrigerator's from 1999. There are no lights.
Well, there's like this little light usually that says,
It's a lot of yours. Are you gonna let it shine?
I'm trying to let it shine, but
But you really want some water, so you got to change that filter.
Exactly. Well, it's funny because it says hold down the button for 3 seconds for you to be able to, for the light to go off, for it to say you no longer need to clean it. And my mom thinks that if you just hold the button and after 3 seconds and the light goes away, that's cleans the filter. What it means is clean the filter, and then once you've done that, to get rid of the light that's telling you that it's dirty.
She also do this with oil changes in the car.
Exactly. Yeah. She just wants the light off.
That's exactly what this is. You just hold the button, and the maintenance required button is a light is gone. So clearly the oil has been changed and all is well.
Nothing's questioned. It's not.
This is going to be fun. I will tell you, I once had to teach someone how to do laundry. Not Sarah. I'm going to put that out there. It was not Sarah.
I'm sure she appreciates that.
This story was not Sarah. I said, why are the towels not getting dry? And she said, I don't know. And I said, well, have you cleaned the lint filter? She said, the lint what? Oh boy. Well, let's go look at this thing. I promise you, Justin, when I tell you this, I am not lying to you. It looked like a rack of ribs that thick.
Oh my God. It was satisfying, I bet, to get that off.
Oh, it was so nice. I mean, because you don't even have to scrape it at that point. You just pick it up and pull it. And I promise you, it was because the filter was like a good 12 inches.
The lint what?
And I thought, well, yep, that explains it.
Well,
good thing the house didn't burn later. Down to this point. It's a good thing the house has not burned down to this point.
Yeah, isn't that like a leading cause?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So.
The lint what? That is hilarious.
What is that? I don't know what you're talking about.
She's like, come again?
Oh.
That one's perfect. That's a good story. That's hilarious.
Man, I'm telling you, it's household chores. Just little things like that they're so tedious and annoying though.
They are, and no one really. I guess I had a home ec class in middle school, where I guess they taught you that kind of stuff. But in middle school, you don't listen to anything at all. And then also, the first time in my dorm in Chattanooga, we tried to do dishes in the dishwasher. We thought that, hey, 4 guys, let's give this a shot. And so I walk in from class, and my buddy Matt Livingston, one of my roommates, is pouring detergent into the dishwasher. And me, not being very well versed on dishwashing, I'm like, that makes sense. It's soap.
It's what we need.
It's in the soap family. And then no later than a minute or two after he started it, bubbles flying everywhere, like there's liquid everywhere.
Like just like you see in the cartoons, right?
Exactly. And what we thought was dishwasher's broke.
Yeah, definitely wasn't us. We definitely did not do this.
Exactly.
This is not our fault. That is unfortunate, but you live and learn, and
Right.
we've all done some things of that nature, and I get it.
Right.
But
It happens, you take your lumps, you move on.
happens to the best of us. Oh man. Well, I'm working off of 3 hours of non-consecutive sleep, Justin. So,
Yes, got that
uh,
newborn.
well, she's been sick, as you
Oh yeah,
know.
that's true.
Wasn't here on Monday because of that. It's looking like we may have to go back to the hospital. So
Oh no,
Christmas
man.
is not looking good
For
so far.
the same
But
for the same thing, I'm assuming.
yeah, we're just hoping it hasn't morphed into pneumonia at this point.
Oh gosh, man. Yeah.
So
That's
let's
horrible.
let's just hope. But yeah,
Really
so
say
sh-
for the Yao family, everyone out there, please send up prayers
I
for
decided I was gonna stay up until 11:30 last night because that's when she goes, like that's when she wakes up for her first feeding. And
Gotcha.
everything was kind of fine. She was whining like she normally is. I gave her some milk
Mhm.
and put her down. She cried. So I was like, okay, well,
Is
hey, you
that
got
normal or
yeah, oh, there you go. I was
there's
gonna
Greg?
ask you if there was anyone there.
Greg came here.
Uh so she kind of cried and I was like, okay, well, maybe she's not finished eating. So picked her up and started rocking her in the rocking chair and gave her a little more milk. That was 4 ounces.
Right.
And that didn't work. She didn't go to sleep. Put her back down.
As in like she was crying again?
As soon as I put her back down, I mean, she was fine while I was holding her.
Right.
Put her down, crying again.
Mm.
So at this point, it's close to midnight. Sarah's finally up because she's heard the cries and she can't get her to stop crying. And I guess I want to say it was 2:30
Mhm.
before we actually got her to quit wailing.
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 So
I mean, just constant coughing, constant crying, constant
man,
everything. It was just terrible.
it for just so I no, I'm not a father. I just have like
That you know of.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. God forbid another me running around. But so when you have a child that is crying, do you just is it kind of like a guess and check thing? Like, let's try
Yep.
this. It is, and then like whatever.
It's trial and error.
Okay, gotcha. And then it ends up being if you got the right thing, they stop crying. But in this case, it sounds like you tried everything, and then that's when you're kind of like, maybe we should go to the doctor, kind of thing.
Yeah. So at 2:30, I had her in my arms, just cuddled up on the bed, and she finally stopped crying. I put a pacifier in her mouth, and she was content with the pacifier. And Sarah said, "Hand her to me. I'm going to do this." And I'm like, "No, she's not crying. We're
Don't
going to
touch
sleep.
her.
Do not touch her." So, so we didn't touch her for about an hour. She woke up.
You really didn't touch her. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was holding her in my I was
Wow.
cuddling with her. So took about an hour of that,
Mhm.
and the next thing you know, she wakes up wailing again,
Oh
and then we
man.
were up until
And this
six
is
o'clock.
unexpected, right?
Yeah, so I've up until 6 a.m. this morning, I had 1 hour of sleep.
And not only just 1 hour sleep, but 1 hour sleep of people or of a child yelling in your ear.
No, she was completely quiet
Oh, okay.
for that
That's good.
hour.
That's good.
I mean, because that's when we just decided don't touch her.
So does this disturb Charlie at all?
Yeah. So at about 1 o'clock, 1:30, she woke up, staring at the camera, starts coughing and crying, but we don't mess with her. Like she'll put herself back to sleep. Like we just leave her be, unless
She's got
unless
to put
she
herself out.
unless she actually throws up or something or hurts herself.
Right.
We're not going in there. That's how we've done it. And she
That's probably a good
sleeps.
practice. That's probably a good practice, just so that she knows that she can't just yell and then you guys come running.
Correct.
That's a good.
We have conditioned her to understand that the only way that she's getting us in there is if she's hurt.
What's
So
the classic teacher
Pavlov.
line. Don't disturb me unless you're on fire or bleeding. That's what it is.
That's it. Yes. And so at 6 o'clock this morning, we finally got her back to sleep, cuddling, same place.
Nice.
I woke up at 8. So,
Like as in like just to get
Yep.
ready for the day. I gotcha.
Yep.
Oh my
so I'm
goodness.
working on 3 hours of interrupted sleep. It's not been a good day, but I'm here now.
You are here, and you
And
look
so
great.
that's the positive.
Absolutely.
And I'm wearing my Preds stuff. I see you got your
Yeah.
Titans gear on, but I'm wearing my
Yes, sir.
Preds stuff because we've won 2 in a row.
Dude, I know. I heard about that.
How about that?
Unbelievable. I need to start tuning in. I'm just really, really not a fan of watching them lose.
And they do that a lot. So
Exactly.
anyway,
But
we have a
thanks
good
for
show though.
conversation. Yeah, I know. I'm pumped about it.
Good show coming up. We've got top 3 stories as always coming your way in just a few moments. Of course, we've got the National Calendar Day video that we have unearthed, and we'll be playing now and let them tell you about the National Calendar Day because I don't know anything about it.
I love the fact that we have introduced that element into this.
It's solid. It's solid. Stephanie Miller spoke with Mana Cafe folks. We told you about that yesterday, and we're going to get to that interview today. She did that on This Week in Clarksville, which you can always see. You can see a weekly show. I believe it comes out on Wednesdays.
Yes,
this came out last week, but it is a great Christmas feature. So we definitely want you to hear from them. And of course, we've got the latest in weather and traffic, and we go to that now. Justin,
I swear
I need weather and a joke.
I got you.
That
I got you. The people need it, and they need to know. So, hello everybody. This is Justin, and I'm going to give you your weather today. That low is unacceptable. Oh my gosh.
that is not a typo.
That is unreal. Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
Lettuce.
Lettuce who?
Let us in. It's raining outside.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's freezing for sure.
freezing.
I don't know if it's going to be rain. It is going to rain this today. Actually, tell us about it.
I'm not sure if I would let a stranger in if it was just raining outside. Yeah, maybe just go down the street to Dollar General and get an umbrella. Would you let a stranger in if it was raining?
No.
I would. The only reason I would let a stranger in is if they said if they could use my phone, because I know that they need to.
Oh, yeah. At no point has that ever been the plot of a horror movie.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the opposite of what movie people do.
Yeah, that never happens.
But weather today is high 50, which is a solid number. 50 I can deal with. 60% chance of rain. We're going to leave the low for the last thing. 84% humidity. UV index 1 out of 10, which seems like it's staying there, which is a good thing, I think. It's going to be cloudy all day, which means that this low is probably going to be one of those feels like 1 degrees because it is 8 degrees. I would like to also point out that it is Derrick Henry Day, and he's going to eat against the Texans this weekend. And, you know, I don't even
He probably is going to eat because he's a big guy. He would be very hungry.
You would hope that he would eat before the meal, or, you know, just however his regimen goes. Man, I would like to see his day-to-day on eating. Anyways, low is 8. Please bring a jacket and a pea coat if you got one, or an overcoat, and wear it all day, even inside. I'm wearing my jacket inside. It's going to be a cold one, folks.
You're wearing your jacket over your turtleneck.
Yeah, so I'm a huge layer guy. I don't know if you noticed, but I got 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer, and then a layer of swag.
That's right.
But that is your weather for today.
Do you know what the 4 stages of man are?
What's that?
He believes in Santa Claus. He doesn't believe in Santa Claus. He is Santa Claus, and then he looks like Santa Claus.
That's really good.
It's very true, actually.
Yeah,
I'm in stage 3.
Wait, so he does believe, doesn't believe. What's the third one?
He is.
Oh, he is.
Santa Claus, because you have to be Santa Claus while you're a dad, and then you look like Santa Claus.
So, yeah, I think we've had this conversation about our childhood and how we, um, like as kids would be presented Christmas, but how as you as a father, how do you bring the magic to the children?
I am going to, well, when the kids are old enough, I'm stealing your family's
You
tradition.
should, man. It's fun. Seems like a lot of
But
effort though.
but this year we're gonna do, you know, I'm gonna, just put the presents out on Christmas Eve and fill up the stockings. So Santa brings the stocking stuff,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and
That
we
makes
give
sense. From the
them.
chimney?
Yeah, so the reason we do that is because, you give them, like, socks and underwear and stuff. So, like, when they go to school and they say, "Well, what did Santa bring you?" And somebody's like, "An iPad," and then Santa brought another kid socks,
Yeah.
and they feel like, "Why didn't Santa bring me an iPad?"
So, Santa, you might as well give me coal.
So, we try to keep we'll try to keep the stocking stuff and the Santa stuff kind of, plain,
I got you.
and
Yeah, we get the
yeah.
same deal. Mine, I always get body wash, and soap, and you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, do I stink?
That's it. That's it. Told you.
Toothpaste, toothbrush,
Uh, it's exactly what
deodorant.
it is. Oh,
I
man.
never use it though.
Let's exactly. So I keep getting it every year. Let's take a look at your right now traffic. Traffic is brought to you by 54, a Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults. They're a proud partner with the All of Us research program from the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting our website at joinallofus.org/54. That is FIFTY. Spell it out. As you can see, slow moving traffic there at 24 westbound and the I-65 junction. That is where we tell you about this one every single day. There's always merging delays there. There's also some traffic on the southbound lanes of 65 coming into town and all the way into the downtown loop on 24/40. You're going to have a bad time there this morning. The rest of the downtown loop, however, if you're on the west side, northwest, or south sides, you are clean, clear to Flagtown, good to go. 440 and 40, you've got some merging delays there as well. Up in Goodlettsville, if you're heading if you're heading into town from White House, as soon as you get past that White House exit, you're going to run into some slow moving traffic all the way through down to the 386 uh, exit there. So be on the lookout for some slow moving traffic up in Clarksville. Also, both sides of I-24. Looks like we've got stopped traffic on 24 heading out of town on 24 westbound. So keep an eye out there as well. Other than that, in Lebanon, we look really good. Just normal traffic there. Also down in Murfreesboro, same thing, just normal traffic patterns. Over in Columbia, we've got some slow moving traffic on Highway 50, which is on James Campbell Boulevard, which is where I live. So that's over there by TJ Maxx. So that's why that makes sense.
For the traffic,
Yeah,
TJ Maxx is a hopping spot.
it's about the only place you can go shopping in Columbia. So
Is it really? They got good deals, man.
they do have good deals,
I'm
and
a huge
and you know
Ross,
what's right? So they have the Ross, TJ Maxx,
just about to
and
say.
Bargain Hut right next to
Ross
each other.
Ross Dress for Less is my favorite store. The reason why I say the whole name is because my roommate in college, like literally, he did not know that people called it Ross. He really thought throughout, and
They
this man
call the
was,
whole thing
yeah, he was
just
19 years old. 19 years of his life, nobody ever said, "Hey, it's just Ross." So he
it's
goes,
just Ross. No
Ross
big deal.
Dress for Less.
Hey, Justin, do you see the roads here, the 6524 junction? Do you see what the roads look like?
They don't look great.
Do you know why?
Why is that?
They have brined them, getting ready for the ice. So
Oh,
salt on the road.
I was behind a truck that was distributing salt on the road, and it completely covered my car in salt.
Yep. And you need to wash that off now, or you're gonna have a bad time.
I did actually. Well, actually, it rained shortly after that,
Oh, that's perfect.
And again, I was right behind
and
him.
washed all of the salt that they put on the road off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I kind of felt bad for the guy because as he was doing it, it was starting to come down pretty hard.
And he's like, "Yep, that's my life."
He's like, "Why do I do this?"
Yeah, it is what it is. But there's a look at your traffic. We appreciate you guys, and we appreciate 50 Forward and the All of Us Research Program for their support of Mornings on Main Street. We're going to take a break. When we come back, top 3 stories coming your way right after this. This is Main Street Media TV. Stick around.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
Walmart Supply Chain is hiring in Lebanon. Earn up to $22.25 an hour when you join our new fulfillment center. Enjoy competitive pay and premium perks, including 100% paid college tuition, 401k match, flexible schedules, a free Walmart Plus membership that includes discounts, and free Paramount Plus, paid time off, and so much more. Fulfilling work starts right here. Text JOIN to 240-240. That's JOIN 240-240 to apply now.
When I made the decision to host the Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night, Strike and Spare is where I turned. And what a wise decision that turned out to be. They have 5 locations in our area with family attractions. They're perfect for birthdays, groups and corporate outings, and holiday parties. For more info, it's simple. Go to strikeandspare.com.
A man was critically injured following a crash early Friday morning. Officers at the scene said the victim was driving a pickup truck when he lost control of the vehicle. The pickup veered left and went into a ditch. A front seat passenger was wearing a seatbelt and escaped the crash without injury. The driver was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from the truck. He died at the scene. Law enforcement writes tickets to save lives.
This holiday season, the largest lantern event in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. After sunset, come see more than 1,000 Chinese lanterns. All new designs including mythical beasts, a fantastical North Pole village, even a dragon soaring over your head. Welcome back to Zoo Illumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Hit After Hit has become the baseball store in Tennessee. They have over 1,000 different models of gloves and over 1,500 wood bats. They also have several Iron Mike pitching machines as well as a Hit Trax machine. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. We're proud to call Hit After Hit the official shirt provider of the Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night.
Taking a look there at Nissan Stadium in the Cumberland River, the east bank of the Cumberland River, future home of a new Titan Stadium, I hope.
Yes, me too. I hope so too. What a view, man. I love this view. got the river in there. You got the temple of. I don't want to say anything politically incorrect, but the temple of where I praise the warriors that play on that field. There we go. That was a really long-winded way to say that, but you know.
Yeah, you gotta love Nissan Stadium. It is I love Nissan Stadium. Please understand that it is a really cool looking stadium. I love the way the steel work is on the lights.
Yep.
I think they did a
Color scheme.
fantastic job putting this thing together. Calling it, the Coliseum when it was,
especially coming from a point in time where the Titans were playing at Vanderbilt Stadium. For a little bit they were at Memphis. I bet this was it had to be when they were able to move into the stadium, a dream come true.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. So pretty cool to see, but hopefully we will see a more modern domed stadium very soon in that general vicinity.
When we're doing the show, when Stephanie takes over and we get the new stadium, hopefully this is the same camera view that we'll get, and it'll look crazy. We should get a before and after.
There you go. All right, let's take a look at today's top 3 stories. We've mentioned it already, but the National Weather Service is forecasting dangerous cold tonight through Christmas Day, with the coldest wind chill numbers coming just before sunrise on Friday. In Nashville, the wind chill is forecasted to reach minus 20 degrees Friday morning. Justin, I assume you're doing the show from home tomorrow?
Oh my gosh, man. So this picture with the icicles on the truck, I think that is undrivable. So
yeah. Don't forget to put screws into all of your tires so that they'll cut through all the ice.
Is that a thing?
Please don't do that.
Well, not screws, but
please don't.
I'm like, okay, cool, and then I go out there and do it.
Oh, geez. Anyway, for 10 p.m. Thursday until noon Friday, northern Middle Tennessee is under a wind chill warning. The wind chill could cause frostbite in 30 minutes, according to the National Weather Service. 6 p.m. tonight until tomorrow morning, the region is under a winter weather advisory. Rain on Thursday is expected to change to snow over Thursday night, forecasting between 7 and 10 p.m. Temperatures predicted to stay below freezing from Thursday night until Monday, which is up to 90 hours. So what preparations are being taken? Well, the extended period of below freezing temperatures could cause power outages and ruptured pipes. So NWS is asking Middle Tennessee residents to care for the 4 Ps: people, plants, pets, and pipes.
So I have a question about that. They say leave your water dripping a little bit when it.
Yes.
Why?
So it keeps the water moving, like for the most part, unless it's freezing for a very long period of time, like ponds won't freeze because water's moving. So that's why rivers don't freeze, because moving water doesn't freeze.
Rivers don't freeze. That makes sense. Okay. So it's actually a pretty vital thing to do.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good to know. I thought it was just a suggestion, but actually it's you need to do it.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Very important. Please do it. Make sure your car has at least half a tank of gas, and if it doesn't, call the gas truck.
Yeah. What's our name? We got to figure out a name for that.
We got to come up with a name for this thing. But if you do have half a tank of gas, when your car is warming up, sit in it to prevent it from being stolen.
That's a good point. That's a good point. How about gas for you, or gas to you?
Gas to you. I like it.
Yes.
Let's see. Chief John Drake. Oh, I'm sorry. That was John Drake. Swan reminded people that open flames should be kept 3 feet from flammable items. So just FYI. If you need to use a generator, prevent carbon monoxide poisoning by keeping the generator outdoors. Check batteries and smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors. We told you and showed you earlier the Department of Transportation have begun treating primary access roads with brine in Nashville. It lowers the freezing temperature of the roads from 32 to about 15 degrees. And they have 40,000 gallons of brine, 20,000 gallons of calcium chloride, 9,000 tons of salt, and 32 salt trucks and snowplows that are available in Nashville. So
look at the fleet, man. I love that.
fleet. That's right. TDOT will begin treating interstates, and they did that. They started doing that yesterday, and will continue to do so. So there you go.
That was very helpful. That right there was very helpful. I'm not being sarcastic. That was a fantastic story.
Let me tell you some things that you should do to keep
Please
those
do.
pipes from freezing. You should
Yes.
wrap your interior pipes, disconnect the garden hoses and cover your outdoor spigot, close any vents and crawl spaces outside. Open your cabinet doors because you've got the heat on in the house, right? So if you open the cabinet doors, it'll keep those inside pipes from freezing, right? And then you have that water trickling out of your faucet just to keep the water moving.
So I understood the majority of what you said. That first thing you said, though, wrap your interior pipes. I don't know if I'm qualified for that. I'm just kidding. What is that?
Take some towels and wrap them around the pipes under your sink.
Under your sink. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like just around the house. I'm not sure how to access a lot of the pipes.
Oh no, no, just the ones that are inside the house.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you for the tips. I will do that.
No problem. All right. Beginning this week, federal officials are transporting buses of migrants detained after unlawfully crossing the southern border to Tennessee to await further court proceedings, Governor Bill Lee's office announced on Tuesday. Migrants will be transported from the U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement detention facilities in New Orleans to await court proceedings. The number of detainees federal officials are sending and their destination have not been shared with the governor's office. Lee said he was notified of the plan by federal officials on Monday afternoon and called it, quote, irresponsible and a threat to the safety of Tennesseans. Lee and Senators Marsha Blackburn and Bill Hagerty have asked Biden administration to reverse the plan. Well, this is
interesting.
They have asked the Biden administration to reverse the plan. Here's the quote from Bill Lee. We are demanding the Biden administration reverse their plan for detainee relocation. It is not compassionate to perpetuate a problem that leads to more exploitation and trafficking.
Demanding. I doubt that word is used in politics often at all.
Yeah. According to ICE, a spokesperson from ICE told Main Street in Nashville in an email that a non-government organization is volunteered to assist with individuals who are being transported to the Nashville area. They would not identify the organization or share the number of migrants being transported to Nashville. ICE makes custody determinations daily on a case-by-case basis and in accordance with U.S. law and the Department of Homeland Security policy, considering the merits and factors of each case while adhering to guidelines and legal mandates, the spokesperson told Main Street Nashville in that statement. Non-citizens detained after unlawfully crossing the border are screened by Customs and Border Patrol agents against multiple public safety databases and remain in custody if they are determined to be a threat to public safety. Those who are released pending the outcome of immigration proceedings are required to provide an address and follow strict reporting requirements if the non-citizen is released in concert with an NGO. As those coming to Nashville will be, they may provide the address of an NGO, which is a non-government organization, in their destination city.
I love the face expression that Bill Lee is given right here. I think this is the sentence where he says, "You can tell Biden I demand this."
Yes, no, he's certainly adamant here. But
that's good. I think that's awesome. I like a little emotion out of
sure.
our officials. You know,
sure. Yes. Real quick, Justin, we're going to skip this next and we're going to go all the way to our last slide, which is our breaking news slide, because I just got an email. That's right. I just received an email from the governor's office, and Governor Lee, Commissioner McWhorter have announced that Brazilian Professionals LLC will establish operations in Murray County. The California-based specialty hair treatment producer and distributor will create 100 new jobs down in Mount Pleasant. The Tennessee facility will serve as the company's primary U.S. distribution site.
Boom!
That is exciting news.
Your neck of the woods too.
That's right,
awesome, man.
Governor Bill Lee said Tennessee is a leading nation as the top state to do business thanks to our skilled workforce, strong business climate, and quality of life. I welcome Brazilian professionals to Murray County and appreciate this company's decision to create new jobs for Tennesseans across the region. Devin Simler, who's the chairman of the board for Brazilian Professionals LLC, said, "We are excited to be expanding our business in Murray County, Tennessee, and to be working with so many incredible people at both local and state levels. These partnerships have already opened exciting opportunities for us and our product lines. In the coming months, we plan to complete the construction of our facility in Mount Pleasant, which will be an ongoing project for the next 3 years as we continue to expand and increase production." Murray County Mayor Sheila Butt said, "This announcement today by Brazilian Professionals is a perfect example of the positive results when Team Murray works together. The spec building that attracted the company to our community was developed on a Tennessee Economic Development Select Tennessee certified site through a unique partnership between Murray County, Mount Pleasant, and the Power System, as well as the Murray County IDB and Murray Alliance. I'm proud of our economic development teamwork, and I'm proud that Brazilian Professionals has selected Murray County as the place to grow their business." This is super exciting news. I'm so pumped about it.
Does it say P.S. Chris Yao had a lot to do with this because the fact that he lives in that area?
Yeah, there's zero chance that that's part of it. But
P.S.
Big news there. Breaking news here in Murray County and more on Mornings on Main Street. See, this is what you can expect.
Breaking news straight from the source. You heard it here first, folks. You can't get other things like this on other shows.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but I am actually taking a picture of my television that shows this because it's super cool to see that on the TV.
I'm going to screenshot it.
Who am I?
While we do.
Who am I and what do I know? But yeah, that's pretty cool. And
that is cool, man.
There you go.
I'm glad you got to break it. I'm glad you got to break that news, and I think that you should, and you probably will, put something out on Twitter and say broke by the boy.
Yeah, it's right here. All right, we're going to take our second break. Justin, when we come back, Mana Cafe, Stephanie Miller, we'll get to that video and much, much more here on Mornings on Main Street. Fun, positive, and live on Main Street Media TV.
See y'all.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
I highly recommend Sumner Funeral and Cremation because of their caring nature and attentiveness to detail.
Pre-planning your funeral now will bring you peace of mind and less stress to your loved ones. When the chaos of losing you happens, your family can honor and celebrate your life, knowing things are happening just as you wanted them to. Pre-planning determines the details of your funeral, cemetery services, and can be less expensive. We are honored to serve you and are always here for you in your time of need.
Sumner Funeral and Cremation. Traditional, affordable, dignified. SumnerFuneral.com.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
Hey everyone, I'm John English. This is Keith Wallace, and we would like to welcome you to John English Antique Sports and Cards in Shelbyville, Tennessee. We specialize in graded and ungraded sports and non-sports cards, vintage wax boxes, and unopened cases. We have a large selection of PSA graded cards. We also specialize in old sports collectibles, baseball, football, basketball, golf, and tennis. You can find it all at John English Antique Sports and Cards. We are happy to be associated with Nashville's greatest sports antique, George Plaster.
This holiday season, the largest lantern event in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. See more than 1,000 Chinese lanterns. Welcome back to Zoo Illumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than
Welcome back to This Week in Clarksville. We are here at Manna Cafe, open since 2010, serving those in need in our community since that time. Started by Kenny and Vicki York. Right. Kenny passed not that long ago. We have Ken Shipley with us today to share with us how they continue on their mission after a pretty significant loss of someone who did a lot for those in our community.
Yeah, sure did. Well, what we have done is, even the morning that Kenny passed, we came over and had a prayer and met with all the staff and the Corps volunteers, and we went back to work. So we haven't stopped since. I think the day of his service, 2 weeks later, that afternoon, we shut the kitchen down, but other volunteers brought in food for those folks that come on Saturday evenings for a hot meal and had food. But that was the only thing that we didn't do since Kenny's passing. So.
And I mentioned this and wanted to highlight Kenny because the show is about those who make big differences in the community that we get to call home, and Clarksville is a phenomenal place. Those who work here at Manna Cafe make a huge difference. Those of you who make your donations, you make an incredible difference. And as Ken and I were talking, those who have to give up just a little pride to ask for that help, they make an incredible difference here in our community. So let's talk about what you guys bring in, how people can contribute to the work that you do.
The biggest things that we need are monetary donations, any kind of food donations, especially non-perishables, because we can put those away for a while. But any food in general, volunteers, we run off volunteers. We have 25 or so, 27 staff members now, and growing because of some of the programs we're becoming more involved with, but we need 3 times that many volunteers to help out. So, we do have some core volunteers that are here every day of the week, or at least 3 times a week, to help with everything that's needed. But we always need folks who come just, once every 6 months or once a month or whatever they can do to help out. So. Yeah.
And you're seeing the video now of their distribution. So this is a Monday. You're seeing kind of what goes in and out of here and the work that's put in, and those people that are coming in to get food boxes, to get food for their family. So you see there's a lot of work that does need to be done. And this work is done pretty much 7 days a week. 7 days a week, yep. So we do food rescue with our trucks 7 days a week. Mm-hmm. The largest, of course, is Monday through Friday from all of the stores in town that we're associated with who can give us food to rescue. But we also get quite a large amount of food from Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And we're very associated with them to get the proper foods put out to the folks. So what we do here in this building, it's called the Big House, we give out food Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 to 4. And it's according to what we have in at the time, but everyone who has come to register with us gets at least 80 to 100 pounds of food once a month. So right now we're back to pre-COVID numbers, which we're putting out between 2,500 and 3,000 shopping carts of food a month. Wow.
So, yeah.
And then you also provide a warming center, is that correct?
We do. It's called an emergency warming center. It's across the street, across Oak Street over there, called the Refuge is the house. So we have about 60 cots up for emergency warming center when the weather calls for it. We also, if the weather stays too cold during the daytime, we keep the warming center open for 24 hours a day, which we did several times last year, probably, I'm not sure how many days, at least 12 or so days, 24 hours. And also this summer, when it was those 100-degree days, we had cooling center open.
Right.
So,
And that's definitely needed that time of year. For those who need your services, how do they register? Do they just come here to the big
to
house?
Manna.
Okay, to Manna.
Come to Manna. Okay. We have an intake area so that at 10 o'clock on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can come in and have an ID and a piece of mail that has an address on it and fill out the proper paperwork so that we can determine what amount of food that you get. I mean, according to how many people in the family and the income level and that sort of thing. So, yeah.
And what about those volunteers? Do they come here to sign up as well?
They do. Actually, you can get on the website, on Manna Cafe Ministries website, and click on the volunteer to initiate the process anyway. We have a volunteer coordinator who gets back in touch with everybody.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I do want to ask, kind of before we end, 2010, when this started, Manna Cafe got going here in Clarksville. Where did Kenny see that need, and how did that work at that time?
Oh, let's see. Kenny was going through a rough period of time himself, I think, for a while in the late 90s and early 2000s, give or take a little bit of time there. He lived in his truck some. He got a job at Second Harvest Food Bank in Nashville, and that started getting his chops honed to eventually come back to Clarksville, which is where he's from, Clarksville and Dover, to establish Manna Cafe. And he felt the calling. He's very, very religious and spiritual person, and he felt the calling and the need to do that. So he and Vicki came back up here and started Manna Cafe on the weekend of the big flood in May of 2010. Yeah.
Are you guys, because I know your staff meets regularly, are you surprised sometimes at the numbers of individuals and families who need that extra help?
Yeah, and the numbers seem to be going up. I mean, they, at least from what we can figure out and from talking to other agencies, not just in the immediate area, but in the Southeast. And this last summer, it was hard to find food, especially meats. Even with Second Harvest, and Second Harvest serves 46 counties in the state.
Right.
And they get I think their mothership is Feed America, and everyone was having a hard time getting some. So we reached out further to start grabbing as much food as we could from Feed the Children. Weight Watchers in Portland, Tennessee have been donating a lot. The Church of the Latter-day Saints has helped us immensely with some connections and distribution themselves. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, because Kenny always said our job is to work ourselves out of business, and that's a hard one, because it's, I won't say it won't happen, but the numbers definitely are back to pre-COVID time. Yeah.
So what they do here at Manna Cafe, again, can't be done really without support from others. So not just this time of year, but all year round, 12 months a year. If you can, make that donation here, monetary or other, by your time. We always talk about how important it is to give your time and how valuable that can be. Is there anything else that you'd like to share before we end out here? We need the help. We appreciate you stepping forward and helping any way you can. It's very, very important to the community. It is.
Yeah.
Ken Shipley, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for sticking with us. Don't go anywhere though. We have more coming up on This Week in Clarksville right after this.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, and personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. If you've lost a spouse or a parent and want to make sure your inheritance is utilized and does not just disappear, I can help with that. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email eric@rockcastlewealth.com.
You've been putting back a few and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
Walmart Supply Chain is hiring in Lebanon. Earn up to $22.25 an hour when you join our new fulfillment center. Enjoy competitive pay and premium perks, including 100% paid college tuition, 401k match, flexible schedules, a free Walmart Plus membership that includes discounts, and free Paramount Plus, paid time off, and so much more. Fulfilling work starts right here. Text JOIN to 240-240. That's JOIN 240-240 to apply now.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Welcome back in to Mornings on Main Street. As you take a look at the Cumberland River and the East Bank there, East Nashville, looking mighty fine this morning here. And it is December 22nd. Of course, you did call it. You said it was Derrick Henry Day. And it is, in fact, Derrick Henry Day. But it's also another day. And this is a day, Justin, that, well, I celebrate quite often.
Is this the video part?
Almost annually, I celebrate this day. So, yeah, let's tell them, what is today's National Day?
Would you mind saying, roll the clip?
Roll the clip.
Welcome to December 22nd on the National Day calendar. On the Thursday before Christmas, many companies hold holiday parties, and this has inspired the tradition of regifting. While it may seem like a good example of recycling, there are a few rules of etiquette. Make sure that the receiver of your gift wasn't the original giver. If the gift was handmade or of personal value, it is best not to give it away. Gifts that are new, or in other words, not a hand-me-down, are more likely to be well received. And finally, be prepared with a story of how you found the item, unless deception is not your thing. Some families celebrate the art of regifting with a white elephant or obviously repurposed present. On National Regifting Day, celebrate by using your best judgment and be kind with this art of deception. I'm Marlo Anderson with the National Day calendar. See you again tomorrow.
Wow. Wow. That's fantastic. I love how it's like either don't let them know and try to keep it a secret, or just tell them this is a regift. Sorry.
I'm personally not capable of utilizing this gift to its full potential, and I felt you were.
There you go.
Therefore, this is for you.
I think that this gift could springboard you into fame and stardom, but it won't for me.
So, in the spirit of regifting,
yes,
I need to share with you this story that I found on the Associated Press this morning.
Got me a gift?
In an email. So apparently, in Baghdad, Iraq, there is a Starbucks, but it is not a licensed Starbucks. They import merchandise from neighboring countries, including the sign outside. There's a Starbucks sign outside this place,
like one of those big ones.
Yes, like there's a sign outside, and inside it looks just like a normal Starbucks. Basically, Starbucks is like, well, they're operating illegally, and they've tried to shut it down. They filed a lawsuit, but I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure like Iraqi law is not exactly the same.
I was gonna say, like,
here.
jurisdiction. Do we have is that?
So I don't think they filed a lawsuit here. they've tried to, in an attempt to shut down the trademark violation, but the case was halted after the owner allegedly threatened the lawyers hired by the coffee house. He said, He said, I'm a businessman. I didn't do anything. He
I
said, I
love how
had
you
this
said coffee
ambition.
house instead of the
Well,
Starbucks.
yeah. He denied making threats. He said, I had an ambition to open Starbucks in Iraq. He said, I tried to get a license, but they said no. So I just did it anyway and decided to bear the consequences.
I saw a need and I filled it.
That is the entrepreneurial spirit, sir.
I saw that they only have one McDonald's in some country. I can't remember exactly which one it was. I believe it's in North Korea.
Oh yeah,
I know they're
not a real McDonald's.
Yeah, well, I'm saying so they have one there. I'm thinking, let's go to a country that has not a lot of, like you got on the street, you see a million Taco Bells and Wendy's and stuff. Let's go to one that has one in the whole state. How much money would we make? We'd be busy all the time and, we'd have to put in a lot of hours, but I think it would be a fantastic idea to open up a restaurant or a
I'd
fast
rather
food
just have a
restaurant.
gas truck.
Do what?
I'd rather just have a gas truck.
Yeah, you're right. The gas truck actually sounds a little easier. I'm still concerned about the safety concerns about that, but
I don't think there's any safety concerns. There's no, I mean,
well, what if
gas trucks are on the road every day?
That's true.
They bring you, AAA has people with gas coming to you on the side of the road every single day.
I'm one to cut corners though, so I know I would skip
You're trying to maximize profits, aren't you?
Exactly. So our trucks are maybe flammable.
Well, I thought it's crazy. I mean, it looks like a legitimate Starbucks, and they bring in cups and napkins and all of this stuff.
What do they call it?
It's Starbucks.
No way they call it Starbucks.
They have a Starbucks sign. It is a legitimate Starbucks. It's just not licensed. They use Starbucks coffee. They use
That's amazing.
This is insane.
Good for them. As long as they're going to get. I guess that probably is going to have to get shut down.
I mean, is it? I don't know. It's Iraq. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why it's a phenomenal and very interesting story. I had to pull that out there.
And it is too. It is. I can confirm.
Anyway, it has been a heck of a day. This hour has flown by. We are so grateful for you guys hanging out with us. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
This is Mornings on Main Street and Main Street Media TV. For Justin, I'm Chris. Y'all have a good one.
See y'all.